What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my bookish world. I'm Alex, and today I am going to be doing a quick little recommendation video for the spooky season. So I'm sorry that my glasses are on. My vision got a little bit worse, and I'm especially bad at night. Yes, I do need them on. So I'm sorry if there's a little bit of reflection, my ring light. I need them at night, especially. My vision is not what it used to be. But yeah, so I have 5 recommendations here for you that I think are perfect for the spooky season. So I have 3 young adults, and I have 1 adult and 1 new adult. And yeah, they're all like really great reads, ones that I've loved. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first book I have here is one that I read last year, and that is Cinderella is Dead by Kaylin Barron. This book follows this kingdom that basically reimagines if Cinderella were real, and she started this tradition of having to go to this ball and get married to some dude. And so hundreds of years later, there's this girl named Sophia, our lovely, beautiful girl, who is not up for this ball. First of all, she's into women. She doesn't want to marry a man. And she thinks that the entire tradition is super gross, and the patriarchy sucks. Patriarchy sucks. Same girl, same. And basically this just follows her kind of rebelling against her kingdom and going on the run and finding out the secrets of this kingdom while also fighting to tear it down. And this was a debut novel. I loved it so much. I think I gave it like 4 or 4.5 stars when I read it. So I definitely recommend it. It was wonderful. You won't regret reading it, I hope. And then the next book is one that I think I read in actually like 2018. It was a while ago, but I love this book so much, mostly because it's stunning, but also just because I think it gave really good spooky vibes, and I'm kind of sad that I didn't actually read it in October. But that is The Wicked Deep by She Earnshaw. This is also a debut novel. I absolutely adored this book. This basically follows this girl, now I can't think of her name, Penny, who lives in this weird little town where something happens every year, every summer. There's this legend where these witches, it's been a while since I read it. So 2 centuries ago, 3 sisters were sentenced to death for witchery. And now for a brief time each summer, the sisters return, stealing the bodies of 3 troubled girls so that they may seek their revenge. And they lure boys into the harbor and pull them under. So it's this like really atmospheric, witchy book, and I know it takes place during the summer, but I think it works for the fall because like there's just this really small town, it's dark and mysterious, and I absolutely loved it. And also, like, look at that cover. Does that not scream fall to you? So yeah, I definitely recommend picking this one up. The next one is also a debut. I have a lot of debuts here. And that is Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. This came out last year, and I read it last year, right around the time it came out, and I really loved it. Also, like, it's a pretty book. I have the Barnes & Noble edition, so I got the special edition. But anyway, so Cemetery Boys basically follows this boy named Yadriel, and he is, comes from this family of brujos and brujas. And he is trans. And he decides that he wants to prove to his family that he is a brujo, not a bruja, because that's how they kind of treat him. And so he decides to discover what happened to his cousin that was killed, or that was found dead. But he accidentally brings up this ghost, Julian, who is the... Sorry, my dog just made noise. Who is the bad boy of his school, and who has also recently died. And they go on this adventure to figure out what is actually going on in their, what actually happened to Yadriel's cousin, what actually happened to Julian, and it is so good. Not only is it a romance with a trans main character, in a male-male romance. The romance is good, but also, like, it's spooky because it has all those witchy-ish vibes, and it's so good. I definitely recommend this one to pick up. It's just so good. And then the next book that I have is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. This actually came out back in 2019, and I think that's when I read it. And by the way, I didn't mention, but, like, these three were all, like, 4 stars, so I adore them. This one was a 5 stars when I read it. I absolutely adored it. I can't wait for the second book whenever that decides to come out. Come on, Leigh Bardugo. But, yeah, basically this follows Alex Stern, who is, gets this full ride to Yale after having a very, like, tragic incident happen, in her life. And she's, like, really bad, but she gets offered this full ride scholarship to Yale. But she finds out that she has to be, like, the keeper of these 8 societies, secret societies at Yale, that kind of dip into the occult and the supernatural. And she gets thrust into a world that she apparently has some ties to, but, like, and there's a mystery. It's so good. I am so excited for the second book whenever it does come out. I definitely recommend this. This one is adult, so I definitely recommend looking up triggers before you go into it, because I know that this book has a lot of triggers in it, but it was so good. I absolutely adored it, and I definitely recommend picking this up if you are interested in, like, some dark academia vibes. And then the last one is going to be The Marionettes by Katie Wismer. This is a recent release, and I've already read it. This is a paranormal romance, which is a little different. Katie Wismer, if you don't know her, is a self-published author who is also a YouTuber, Kate's Book Date. And this is her 5th book, and the first one in a new series. So this book basically follows this girl named Valerie. And Valerie is a witch. She is a blood witch, and she is currently, like, 21, 22. And she's going through this initiation into the Marionettes, which is an elite, like, group of witches. And she has to get paired up with this vampire who's kind of sexy. And she also finds out all these mysterious secrets of things that are going on in her world. It's so good. And I'm really excited because the second book comes out in December, so that's exciting. But also this was just really good, and it gives, like, the dark kind of spooky vibes, and it's really good. And I say if you like stuff like Twilight, this is definitely something that might be of interest to you. I will say, like I said, it's, like, new adult. It kind of straddles the line between new adult and adult. But I would say it's probably closer to new adult. So there are some triggers. I would definitely look those up, and also be worried because there is a little bit of smut, like, not super spicy, but a little spicy. So, but I think that this is definitely worth it, and it's a great fall read. So there you have it. There are my 5 recommendations for the spooky season. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Follow all my social media down below. That's Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.